Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Today I am working on a two-page spread from February of 2020, and this is a pretty quick one. I am just gathering a bunch of embellishments that I've had in my stash, and I mentioned this before, but I typically store all of my embellishments by color, at least the miscellaneous ones that maybe I used an entire package of die cuts, except there was a few left from a kit or something like that. Those kind of just kind of all go into color-coded boxes, little plastic photo boxes, and then I also have things stored by kit. But for this particular layout, I pretty much went to my colored boxes because I kind of have a rainbow going on here on this layout, so I thought that would work best. So you can see I put down several different items. On the top left card where my daughter is with the kitty cat, that was just a number that was from a printable. The heart on the happy day card, that actually was a piece of scrap white paper that I put washi tape down with or on, and then I punched out hearts. And that's another way to use up some of your like little scraps and things like that. You can put washi tape down and then punch out your shape punches. So not only are you using your washi tape, which I'm sure most people have a ton of, but you're also using your punches, which I know a lot of people struggle with remembering to pull those out and things like that. So if you're trying to do some stash busting, you want to use some of your tools and equipment that you had around that you may not use as much, that's another good way of using some of those things up. So that's a suggestion. And some of the other ones, like the weekly review, that is an Allie Edwards stamp. I think that yummy strawberry circle, that one I think came from an Ellie studio, possibly. The Courageous was a stamp that came from an old Scraptastic kit. That little bow tie that I'm putting on was from this little collection of fuse die cuts. They're kind of like a plasticky kind of texture. I think they're made to use the fuse tool with so that you can adhere them to the pages with the fuse tool. And then some other things like the camera, I think is from, who is that? Amy Tangerine. And so is that yellow and pinkish color floral that I put down on the Love, Love, Love card. That's also Amy Tangerine. That little arrow is also from the Fuse die cut pack that I'm messing with right there. So now I'm just going to take my adhesive and just glue all these pieces down. I don't believe I make you watch this whole thing, but I do glue all the little pieces down. The little flower that I also glued on the strawberry, that was just a random little flower that I had in my kit or in my stash. This is a nice little 3x4 card that I had quite a few of, and I didn't want to use the entire card. I just wanted to use the heart with the love. So I'm just taking this and fussy cutting it out with my scissors, and then I'm going to put that down on that bottom 4x6 photo of my cat. My daughter decided to put a big bow on his head, and he just sat there with it, which was so cute. And then I also have that little glittery bow that I thought I was going to use, but it just was going to be too much for the page, so I'm not going to use that. Just going to trim the bottom off. I like how it kind of falls off the bottom of the page. It just is a way to ground your elements so they don't look like they're floating. This is just a washi tape kind of sticker little sheet, and it's from Simple Stories. And I add that just to add a little color, gluing down some of these other elements here with my adhesive. I am going to pull off a little circle sticker from this sheet and put it in the center of the camera. Oh, I guess I'm just going to still trim down some of the other things. I do like to run some of my embellishments off the edge. Again, like I mentioned, it does make it kind of help look like it's grounded. So if you don't have a lot of other embellishments to put on, that's a good way to ground those elements. Now I'm just going to go through and sprinkle a bunch of these sequins all over. The sequins that I get are from all different places. I sometimes get them online in kits. I also had purchased some things from Michael's. I think I even grabbed some from the dollar store. Now I took my roller date stamp and I am going to add a few stamps here and there. This is my, is it a Heidi Swap? I think it's a Heidi Swap roller date stamp. This is the only roller date stamp I have left that has 2020. I just recently grabbed another one that has years past 2020, but this is the only one I had left that had 2020 on it. All the rest of them are old. And I do use Stays On for the roller date stamping that I'm doing on the photos. I am using photos that were printed from Persnickety Prints. That is my photo place of choice. I think they do a really good job with their photo quality. I love the prints. They all do have a waterproof kind of aspect to them too. So if you spill something on them and they get wet, it doesn't ruin the photos. I highly recommend them. They're a little bit more on the pricey side, but it's worth it to me. I just think it's too expensive to print at home, and I'd rather, if I'm going to spend the kind of money, I'd rather get some really good quality prints. And Persnickety Prints is a really good company that I found. So this is pretty much it. I'm just kind of showing you all the cards with all the journaling on them, and I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. If you have any questions, leave those below, and thank you guys so much. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, I will talk to you again sometime soon. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.